I've got some water boiling to cook the rice noodles. You know, usually I have all that stuff cooked ahead of time. But on the rice noodles, it says in the recipe to cook it according to the package directions. So I'm thinking, okay, like you cook spaghetti, pasta, whatever. No, what you do is you boil your water. We're going to take this off the heat. We're going to put this in and let it soak for a little bit, and then it'll be ready. And while we're letting that soak, we'll go ahead and do our vegetables with it. So this is it says 4 ounces. This is 8. So I'm going to try to see if I can break it in half. Maybe we'll just cook the whole thing. So we got the water boiling. These are real thin. I don't know if you've ever seen these before. Maybe we'll just leave a little bit out so you can see what it looks like dry. Ooh, we'll just leave a little bit out so you know what it looks like before you put it in the water. All right, we're going to take this off the heat, and we're going to put all this in. All this kind of makes a mess. It's all submerged, so we'll just let that sit there for a minute. And it says to, you know, kind of stir it up every few minutes, so you're making sure that you get the water into all the little dried parts of it. Okay, let that sit. While we start our noodles, start our vegetables rather. And we're going to go ahead and start cutting our vegetables and getting them ready. I've got a pound of asparagus here, and I always like to, with asparagus, I just break off the ends. And if you were cooking these just like this in a frying pan with just a little bit of water, steam them. But I break them off where it just does. To me, that's the best way to handle. You know, instead of trying to cut them. And I'll save all these. Does Joey like asparagus? Okay. Well, he's in for a real treat tonight. Whoop. So we'll save all those for him. All right. Oops, I forgot to get my knife out. Okay, so we've got our asparagus. I'll wait to cut them because that's kind of a big thing. We've got a cup of red pepper here. We've got some snow peas, which, happy to say, come already prepared in a bag. And we've got my wonderful favorite carrots here, a cup of carrots. So we've got our carrots, our snow peas. We're going to do some red pepper. And it says to julienne it, and that's just cutting it in little sticks. So we'll go ahead and cut that. Whoop. There's our red pepper. We've got an onion that we're going to chop. And this is good cooking in the fact that you can prepare all this stuff ahead of time, have all your vegetables chopped, everything ready, and then the cooking time really gets cut down. And it's also, you can, if you're having guests over, do it while the guests are there. Okay, here's our onion, our red pepper. What else do we need? A can of water chestnuts, which I did drain. Let's get our snow peas ready. And we're going to put this on here with our sesame oil. So that's a tablespoon of sesame oil, which will go ahead and get hot in here. And while we're ready for that, so we're going to put all this in. We'll go ahead and cut these. And we're just going to make 1-inch cuts in here. And the asparagus is very good. I think I need a bigger board here. Now it says, I think, is this the one that says wok? Again, I don't know if you remember the story about my wok. I do own a wok, and I also have a gas stove. And when you get a wok, you usually get that metal ring that you put on your electric stove so your wok will sit nicely on the heat. Since I don't have a electric stove, I threw that thing away. So I don't have anything to hold the wok steady. So my wok would not work. If you had a wok, that would be very good. You want to cook this kind of fast. Okay, ooh, that smells good. Can you smell that? All right, we'll put our vegetables in. Our asparagus, our red peppers, our onion, our carrots, our snow peas, our carrots, our snow peas, and our water chestnuts. All right. And if you had a wok, you could really, you know, flip it up the sides and look like you know what you're doing. You don't have to be quite as careful. All right, we'll go ahead and stir our noodles. I think our noodles are ready, so I'm going to go ahead and drain them. Oop. Okay. Let them drain back. We'll keep them out here so we can see them. And you can see they look like white spaghetti. All right, now while we're letting this cook a little bit, we will mix up the sauce that goes in here. Okay, and the sauce is, let me get a bowl here. We've got 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. We've got a 1/2 cup of coconut milk, and it's coconut milk, not what you make pina coladas with. All right, what else do we need? I've got a 1/2 cup of soy sauce here and a 1/4 cup of water. Put that in. We've got some, what else do we need? A 1/4 cup of peanut butter right here. And another one. And a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. What else? 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. Some Thai chili sauce, which we're going to make.